Hello, fellow classmates. Today we are going to strategically evaluate Air Canada. It is the largest national airline amongst the top 20 airlines worldwide, providing and serving scheduled air transport for passengers to more than 182 destinations while maintaining a strong financial performance. As a diversified airline, it has various competitors including WestJet, Porter, American Airlines, and so on, maintaining market share of around 80% together with WestJet in domestic market, but relatively a bit behind internationally. Since Air Canada is using a new reservation system where customers are allowed to search flight information and book the flights online. However, if customers need other help like changing their existing bookings, they need to contact Air Canada's call system, which could be hard for would-be travelers, especially at peak travel seasons. Although the longer waits are mostly due to the unfamiliarity with the new system where agents are still on a learning curve and passengers are able to legally file complaints, they still make them frustrated against Air Canada, leading to potential challenges that the company has to deal with internally and externally.
The first alternative is to maintain its status quo. On the bright side, as of this date, Air Canada already has 1.5 years of progress along the system's learning curve, hence are benefiting from the reduced average cost. Also, according to the learning curve theory, average cost will only decrease as production accumulates. Similarly, economics of scale suggest that average cost will only fall as fixed costs such as research and development expense is spread to more units. However, the magnitude of this benefit depends on the curve slope and their product's future demands that are hard to determine. So the benefit's magnitude would always be a variable estimate. Even if firm's estimation is somewhat correct, it may not fully benefit, but will always pay full cost for a learning curve. For instance, the benefit may be shared with Air Canada's agents as they become more competitive among the labor market, and with the airline industry as its competitor copies their success story.
As mentioned, the biggest issue with Alternative 1 is the low customer satisfaction because of the non-mature system and the wait time. So Alternative 2 aims to provide solution to overcome current obstacle while the system develops. By providing temporary policies like having penalties for flight changing, the amount of customers changing flights on their own behalf can be reduced. However, the downside includes possible downward trend in sales. Second, by promoting live chat instead of calling, customers can be redirected to seek service using the live chat. The brand image can be maintained by providing similar quality of service with less time. However, this needs to be achieved by recruiting more online representatives, therefore increasing expenses. Finally, this alternative can potentially maintain Air Canada's brand image and continuously capture customers while the new system has the time for development, in addition to achieving its learning curve.
So our third alternative is to give up the current system and outsource the system to other specialized company because the learning curve is not certain and there may be a lot more costs occurring in the future. The biggest advantage will be the large cost savings, and because Air Canada only has to pay a maintenance fee every period, the future cash flow is relatively stable. Also, since the system is standardized, Air Canada will be able to have a usable system in a very short period of time. However, there are also disadvantages. The biggest issue is that there's limited customization allowed, and the partner company can hardly meet all of Air Canada's demands. And when there's emergency in the system, Air Canada will not be able to solve it right away. Moreover, there may be some other issues like leak of confidential information, such as the customer personal information, and all of this will reduce the quality of Air Canada's service. And as an airline, it is a crucial disadvantage.
Next, I will talk about recommendation. Plan 1 is not feasible, as though this plan indeed has a time to develop learning curve and has a chance to kick competitors out of the market, but our group thinks the limitation of learning curve like uncertainty really decreases the predictability of the plan. Plan 3 is not feasible, as we can save costs, but saving costs is not the main goal, and those disadvantages are severe, like the confidentiality of the customer information and outsourcing strategies are not sustainable, so number 3 is not feasible either. For Plan 2, all those temporary policies absolutely solve the defects of Plan 1, though Plan 2 is not perfect and the uncertainty of learning curve still exists, but consider the learning curve system is very steep and investing in the learning curve is still very useful. And our customer base can be retained. So among all those 3 options, it can result in adding most value for the firm. And thanks for watching, and we are open to any questions.